Welcome back, everybody, to another Perry's Inside Scoop. Last game of the regular season. Perry's always has been with us throughout the year, proudly made in New York. Coach Babers alongside us. We get set for the road trip to Boston College. Back-to-back road games to finish the season, and back-to-back senior days. It's 3 in a row, right? We always talk about what that builds up to from home and all of that. This year was different. Not just that you're going on the road for 2 more games plus a bowl game, so the season wasn't ending with your senior day, Coach, but now you get kind of caught up in that as the visiting team.
Yeah, once again, and it's our 3rd deal, and we'll have all the moms and the girlfriends and everyone out there, and I know it's Thanksgiving weekend, so hopefully the crowd's not too big, but I know they'll be spirited.
I'm curious what your atmosphere was like behind the scenes this week. You come back from the road loss at Wake Forest, and beauty's in the eye of the beholder. You look at that game and you could say, okay, it's a loss on the road, but to a good team, and there were some sparks there that had to make you feel better, at least than the previous week.
You know, we jumped out on them early, and we had an opportunity right before the second half to score some points, and it ended up bang, bang, bang. They got 2 on us, and it was hard for us to run that down with that offense that they had, and then losing, Mikhail so early in the game and having to adjust everybody on defense from the first series was very difficult for us.
What's the latest on Mikhail specifically? And we can get into the overall approach during a condensed holiday week. But I guess 2-pronged question about Mikhail. Do you get him back? And what help is he if he's only off the field?
The first thing is his injury is not going to be something that keeps him from the professional ranks, so to speak. So we're all excited about that because we all know that that's where he's going to end up and that's where he's going to go. We have to wait to see what's going to happen at the tail end of the week and whether we're going to get an opportunity to get him. But I do believe that if we don't get him this week, we will have an opportunity to see him in the bowl game.
Going into Wake Forest, one of the themes was, look, we got to do something different. And you challenge your team and your coaching staff to do that. So the game unfolds, we see direct snaps, we see a halfback pass, and the offense was productive. Is there a next chapter to that? Are you setting up things for still 2 games remaining?
I think that was a good showing for us. It kind of turned the page on something. And I think some of those good things are something that we need to continue with.
What do you make of Boston College when you see them?
I see them as they're playing a lot of young players. They're getting, not only they're trying to finish this year out strong, they're getting set up for next year. They're showing their recruits basically what they're going to do. And so that they can go out and get not only recruits, but kids in the transfer portal to fit their system. This is what we're going to do. And I think they want to come out and they're going to give us a heck of a game. It's a rivalry game. Those kids wants to win. They've got a bunch of seniors and a bunch of graduates, and I expect it to be a physical game.
Is that a little jab I saw Monday in the press conference? You said just another 7:30 start on the road?
Little jab, short, brief,
okay.
Brisk.
Leave it out there for interpret. Brisk being the key word because the Orange will be on the road in the chill come Saturday night in Chestnut Hill. Thanksgiving week and Thanksgiving and football so closely linked. Those of us that aren't putting on the helmets get to load up a plate and watch a bunch of NFL games on Thursday. For your team, it's a bonding week, isn't it? Because again, you don't have the distraction of schoolwork to quite the same extent, and the time spent with Coach, as we addressed this last week in the perspective of the Virginia tragedy and that kind of thing. So it's an interesting week to bond together, and it feels like this team could use that here going to the last regular season.
It's a good La Familia Ohana week. We're going, we'll get together and we'll cook them a meal here, and our kitchens will, we'll break out the turkey and the cranberry and all that other kind of stuff. And then those guys will eat that, and we'll practice, and then they'll eat that, and then they'll go home, and then they'll come to all the coaches' houses, and they'll tear that up too, and they'll try to dent that as well. And it's good times for those guys. They normally go in like 4 to 6 pounds heavier for this contest than any of the other contests during the year. But it's football, it's turkey, football on TV, turkey on your plate, and cold sandwiches to take home.
Yeah, I don't want to blow anybody in, but one of your starting offensive linemen, whose name rhymes with Smetarello, visited with him this week, and he said his strategy is to not tell which assistant coach which house he's going to so that he could go to multiple and nobody would notice.
He's done that. He's done that. So, okay, he just shows up, and everybody has their own style, but all our homes are open, so they know that, and they will come by and make pit stops so they can get some to-go plates, as they say.
Yes, you said he'd be stacking plates. He wasn't talking about the barbells either.
Yeah,
So.
there you go.
All right, Coach, everybody could use a little levity and a strong finish here to the regular season. Happy Thanksgiving. Best of luck, okay?
Happy Thanksgiving, man.
Maybe Perry's could be part of that Thanksgiving. You got that apple pie? Scoop of that Perry's French vanilla maybe right on top of it. Maybe something fancy with caramel. Yeah, Perry's likes to trick it up. Perry's is proudly made in New York.